Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. So in this video today, we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial, but I'm working with a product that I feel mature women really need to know about, need to feel comfortable working with, and know how to combine it with their other makeup. Are you ready? Let's get this beauty started. All right, ladies, I'm very excited to do this video because I did buy some new beauty over on Nordstrom. I saw that a couple things were on sale, so I decided to buy them. And this is a product that mature women should really know how to use. And it's an eye product. It's an eye tint, but it's liquid. And a lot of you are, I know, afraid to use liquids because you don't have as much control. You stick with powders, you stick with what you know, and it's time to break out. It's spring, summer. This is a great time to use an eye tint, and we're gonna do that. My hair is wild, as you can see. That was really annoying how it was just falling. It was dry last night when I went to bed. Maybe it was a little damp. So it's just doing it's just wild. And you know what? I encourage my hair to be wild. Yes, I do talk to my gray hair because it has received so much hate, and I let it know, you're okay, you do you. You get wild, you get tame, you get frizzy. We can work with it, we can work with it. So the product that I'm using is the Armani eye tint. This is in chestnut. So I just bought this, but if you recall, I showed you a beautiful look. I loved this look back in December. It was November, December. I used this darker color. I'll link it below, but it doesn't even have a number. There's nothing there. So I also have showed you that I use these as toppers. I have two other colors that I will link below too. One's more of a golden, one's more of a pearl. These are really beautiful on top. So you can mix. And then I did buy, last year I bought two different ones from Chanel. They're the same kind of thing, a golden and then like a rosy. So we're gonna play. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do, but it's very simple. And I want you to be able to kind of get outside your box for spring, summer, really enjoy yourself when you're doing makeup. Very simple too. Like this really gives you a lot of look for not a lot of effort. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to hydrate my skin. I'm gonna just use my La Mer, the treatment lotion. I have just about a quarter left. This is from my February experiments with using one skincare line. I'm almost finished. All right, so we're gonna let that soak in. I gotta show you something really funny. I got this when it was in Christmas time at Whole Foods. Veuve Clicquot, the champagne house, was having a special where they were painting on the bottles, and I got a couple bottles for friends and anniversaries. And they had in this huge box or bag that they gave you, it was a really beautiful presentation as a gift. They had fans. So anytime I'm like trying to rush and get the product to dry, I will use my bougie fan. And then we're ready to go. You always have to have one of these. You can get them on Amazon. Now I'm going to put on my hydrating infused emulsion. I have actually been really liking this product. I bought it on, not really a whim. I bought it part of this program I wanted to do in February, but I didn't know it was going to be so nice and just like milky. And sometimes I have a hard time, especially in the morning, just hydrating, not having something too heavy, or especially in South Florida, it's so humid and I just don't want something that feels heavy on my skin. So this is like a nice milk, and then I actually just put out too much. So we'll just work it on my hands, hydrate my hands. Now, just to give me, this is what I do. I have to have a little bit of a vibe, like a smell, like I want to smell like something beautiful. I'm really enjoying, I think this is called a Discovery Kit. This is Tom Ford, I bought this at Nordstrom. It has 4 different scents. So if you are maybe a little bit on the non-committal buying a perfume, not wanting to be with one, not wanting to be stuck, and you want to have little ones, you can get one of these little sets. They're really great. This is 4 ml. I really don't usually buy sets like this, but I thought, you know what, they're expensive. I want to kind of explore, and I would rather try a bunch and like mix them and what have you. I'm going to be using Rose Prick, and I just use the top as my little dopper. I don't love it. It's not a spray, but I'll just do this, and it's going to give me this beautiful kind of I just want to smell like something beautiful while I do my makeup. So this was on sale at Nordstrom's when I was online the other day, and I bought a couple other things that I'm going to share with you. That one reminds me of the 80s, and I could not remember for the life of me the company. I don't know if it was Coty or it wasn't Physicians Formula. I couldn't remember, but I bought this and I loved it in the 80s and 90s. So I'm wondering if anyone else has when we get to that part. But I'm going to just take my eye primer and I'm going to just prime my eyes just a little bit here to take away any of that discoloration. Yes, you can apply your sunscreen now after you've done all of your things. I'm going to be doing something after this. I don't want to put on sunscreen right now. I don't want to waste my sunscreen basically when I do makeup tutorials, and I do a bunch of them. I might be batching, I might be doing one after the other, and I'm not going to be putting on my La Mer sunscreen. That's very expensive just for a video, and the fact that you need to see me putting on sunscreen. You have to put on your sunscreen according to your lifestyle, your skin type, your activity level, whatever it is. But yes, sunscreen is very important. I just don't always put it on because I'm doing a million other things that don't include being outside, and I just don't want to waste it. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to use Chestnut. So this is an eye tint. This is something that I feel mature women should really get a little experience with, not be afraid and feel like, oh, I don't know how I should be applying this. Now, you're going to see how it goes on. I feel that this Chestnut is very forgiving. It's not too dark. It almost has, I felt like it had a little purpley plum hue to it. It does have a little bit of sparkle, if you will, not glitter, but it's not flat. It's not a matte like my other one. So I'm going to place this on my eye like this. Then I've covered pretty much my eyelid. I'm going to just lightly tap this in, just like this, blending up into that crease. Just lightly like this. So you can get a beautiful look in just literally one step. So you saw that I just put that on, blended it a little bit. Now, what you could do if you were like, well, I really love that base, but I don't really feel like it's complete, Nikol. Like I feel like I should be doing something else. That's fine. A great palette in powder shadows, because you can mix your liquid and your powders, would be Naughty Nancy, because it's in that plum family. So you could take Naughty Nancy and you could give it a little extra. Maybe it's an evening out. Maybe this is just your daytime. You know what? I threw something on. I like there's enough color. It's not too dark, not too light, but then I can enhance it at night. I can give a little bit more contour. This could be my base, if you will, for an eyeshadow. It just happens to be a liquid. So I feel that this is a really easy way to be put together with not a lot of effort. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other eye. So you have a very simple, easy eye makeup. You're done. You can put on an eyeliner, you can put on your mascara, do your rest of your makeup, what have you, but it's very simple, literally a swipe or two, work it in, and then you go. Now, since you've seen that, since this could be your day look, you can use any colors that Armani has. I've just experimented with these four. These, I feel, the lighter ones are really a topper. I don't feel like I could use them really and get anything as a full look. They're just lighter if I want a little highlight. But now what we can do is we can go into a powder. So it's nice to be able to use a liquid and a powder together, giving you some options, giving you a different look. So I could go in with my plum liner within this family, and then I could do a pink lip. I mean, this is a really beautiful look for evening, for your everyday, depending on what colors speak to you. You can use this technique with different colors. I'm going to use my flat eyeshadow brush. This is what Naughty Nancy looks like. And you know what? Someone did say in my last video that some of my B-roll over here looks different when I'm showing lipsticks than it does here. This lighting has been very complicated for me. It's not the right lighting in my mind. The B-roll you're going to see when I was at the apartment and I was filming under a different lighting. So it's more true. This is a little bit different, but we have updated the website with lots of new pictures for lipsticks and really trying to show you. On Instagram, it's a great way to find out more about colors on stories and seeing things. So it's a great place to follow me if you're interested in knowing about what colors look like. And I post a bunch of different things all the time. So yes, when we're back into the studio, I've been building my studio for over a year. It's been very, very time consuming that the lighting will be what it should be. I'm just in a bathroom here. So I appreciate you understanding that it's not the easiest thing when it comes to lighting and colors and seeing what things really look true. So we're going to go in with Naughty Nancy. This is a palette that is beautiful, pinks, plums. It's just going to give you a lot of range. So what I'm going to do is actually, let's take our tapered blending brush and I'm going to go into this darker color here. And I'm going to be able to just intensify this outer part right here for a really beautiful evening look. I'm going to just go into, and it's almost like it's the same color, but we're intensifying it. I'm going to just take my eyeshadow blending brush and I'm going to just blend it together. So I have a little bit of intensity, and then I'll take my flat eyeshadow brush, go into the lightest color, and I'm going to just do a little wash of color at the top. So it looks like it's all blended together and it's a complete look. Now I'm going to take my Almay pad and just clean up the ends a little bit. We're going to add a plum liner so we can really complement this look. But I think that the really neat thing is that you can mix different formulas when it comes to a cream, an eye tint, or a liquid to a powder eyeshadow. And I think that it's going to give you a lot of range. I think that maybe you might have not thought about that. You can have one product like this, use it for a day, throw it in your bag, be on vacation, but at night, if you have cocktails or if you're going out for dinner or what have you, can intensify it. And it gives you that confidence that you know exactly what you're doing and you're not doing a whole, 15-step eyeshadow look. It's keeping it very simple. I'm going to, before I do my eyeliner, I'm going to just curl my lashes and then I'm going to do a little plum eyeliner. Lashes are curled. Now I'm going to actually take my pencil sharpener. This is a pencil sharpener that I have made for my lip liners and eyeliners. It is the perfect sharpener to use for, now let me see why that happened. So if you have too much shred already in the actual pencil sharpener, it will not sharpen your pencil correctly. So what I have to do is there's like a little guy here that's gonna, a little plastic piece that comes out, and then it'll help you just scrape everything off so you don't have anything in there that's going to create any issues. And now I'm going to put the top back on. Now I'm going to just sharpen my pencil until I feel that it hits that one where it skips. It's ready. So you can see that it has a nice rounded tip to it. And now we're going to go right to the end, the base of our lashes. In the end, we're going to lift right up because you know that I like to lift that end of the eye. If you haven't worked with my eyeshadow or my eyeliner pencils, they are softer, and there's a reason for that, because mature eyes should not have a hard pencil dragging across the eyelid, nor should you have an eyeliner that you have to work hard to get the pigment to come off. So they are softer. That is the formulation. And if you feel like, oh gosh, I put on a lot, I feel like it looks too heavy, take your smudge brush. This is my short smudge brush. It's a very easy brush to work with. You can go and drag across the lash line, and it literally will diffuse what you just did. You could completely erase it if you wanted to, as in you're not going to see it. Like right now, I really don't see it. I'm gonna go back and I'm going to add a little bit more. So I do have this beautiful eyeliner. We're gonna do the same exact thing on the left eye. So if it looks messy or it skips a little bit on this side here, as you can see, don't worry. I'm not perfect. As an artist, it's like, okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to clean that up. I mean, I think that it's important for you to see that I don't do everything perfect. That's not the point of these makeup tutorials. It's not about, ooh, look at me, I do it all perfect, what have you. I mess up all the time. I hit the mascaras on my nose, or sometimes I'm seeing editing, I'm like, what's on my face? Like, it's just real. It's a real person applying makeup and teaching you that it's okay if it doesn't look fabulous the first time. That's why you're practicing, right? I'm right-handed, so going to my left eye sometimes is a little bit trickier, especially when I'm looking into a faraway mirror, I'm looking into a camera. It's not always perfect. And that's the beauty of it. I want you to feel comfortable and not frustrated, like, oh no, I'm never doing it right. Don't be hard on yourself. This is fun. And if it's not fun for you, take a step back, regroup, try it the next day. Maybe it's just your mood. Maybe you need a little fragrance to uplift your mood. I don't know, but don't keep going if you feel that it's just not working for you and you're frustrated. I want you to enjoy this process. I want you to feel beautiful. I want you to get yourself to a different level, right? I want you to feel confident and you can't wait to go out, or you can't wait to go to the grocery store, do your little errands, or whatever it is, wherever you're going. I want you to feel incredible. Okay, so we are going to do a little volume up mascara. Now, speaking of, I don't want you to get frustrated. I have created this mascara to work perfectly with your short lashes or your sparse lashes. I'm having problems saying that. This is for women that really want to see those lashes, but don't have a lot of lashes. So what I did was I made this beautiful silicone wand with teeth on it. And my formulation is very creamy. It's volumizing. So what I wanted to do, because when I'm applying your mascara on Fierce Aging, I don't want to struggle. I don't want to feel like I just added a ton of mascara to these little baby lashes. What I want is this wand to grip all your lashes and really separate them and look incredible. And I wanted it to be just something that really enhanced your eyes. So this is very exciting. I cannot wait to see this new formulation on my series, but you're gonna see that it just really gives you, like I have a bunch of baby, sometimes I have holes like where the growth, they're on, you know, your eyelashes are on multiple different levels of growth. So some of the longer ones will fall out and then I have like this hole. Well, it's lucky because this will grab those babies. And so I don't have to add a little false lash. I used to have to add a false lash cluster in there because it looked so weird. It was like this big spot, but now I can manipulate the lashes, really get those baby ones to stretch out. We're gonna do the exact same thing on the left eye. Mascara's on. I think I see a little spot that I need to correct at the very end with my Almay pad. That'll make it very easy. All right, so we've corrected everything on the eyes. Now we're gonna perfect the skin. So now it's all gonna come together. So it always looks a little unbalanced because we got a lot of pigmentation, we got redness, we got all kinds of things going on. I'm going to take my Just Peachy and I'm going to neutralize out this pigmentation, especially right here in this inner corner here, coming down right underneath. And I bring it down here because I either have this darkness or I have this pigmentation spot. And I want this to really look beautiful, diffused, and not have my concealer have to work that hard. Now this works for me, this way of my application. If it doesn't work for you and you need to use less, you use less. Now I'm going to take my foundation buffing brush. Taking my foundation buffing brush, I'm just going to buff right underneath my eyes, going up to my bottom lash line, just like this. And you're going to see how this diffuses out. Now you want to always prep your skin and have it moisturized so you can apply your products and it has the right kind of foundation for it to be applied to. If your skin's very, very dry, it's going to drag. Any product's going to drag on your skin. You want to moisturize, you want to set your skin up for success. And then also you're going to see that this is going to help with your concealer. Your concealer is not going to have to work that hard because you already have color corrected. I color corrected this pigmentation. I have a really nice canvas right now, looking really nice and bright. This is one of my favorite products that I've come out with and been using for years and years and years because it makes such a big difference, especially as I'm aging and I'm getting more discoloration. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to put on my creamy concealer and I'll just really kind of give the areas that I see need a little extra. And we're gonna blend this together and it's going to be like an airbrush kind of finish. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to help my brows just a little bit. I have my brownie here. I'm going to just comb them up. And yes, I think that we are in store for a little cleanup, but I haven't had time to do that. So I'm going to just fill in a little bit here at the base. I noticed that my brows, I saw it in a reel the other day. I was like, oh, they're looking a little bit thicker and what have you. And then I thought to myself, you know, those are what my brows do naturally. That's naturally me. And I thought to myself, like, why do I have to change that? I know a lot of people don't like it, but I mean, I'm lucky I have brows, number one. Maybe they're too thick for some people, but I thought to myself, it was such a weird, like, thought process of feeling like, wow, something that naturally happens. I mentioned this a lot. I just thought about it the other day. That's why I'm mentioning it again. Like, wow, something that naturally happens to me that like it's just natural for my face, my hair is so detested by so many. And I thought, gosh, I feel bad for my brows. Like I feel bad that I would feel forced to change something that just is natural, you know? I'm sure if I was like lost in the jungle that people would be like, you know what, your brows look beautiful because no one would know any different. No one would know any different. Everybody would be very hairy. Okay, so let's move on. We're gonna do a little BB cream and actually, you know what? I'm gonna prime my face with a little bit of Fiercely Smooth. We're gonna just work this in. Yes, I did put the color corrector over, but that's fine. I'm gonna just kind of avoid that area. I usually would put this on prior, but sometimes I get out of sync with my steps and then you just keep moving forward. Now we're going to use BB cream in light. I'm going to just do one little pump of that. I'm going to add a little Valentino. This is called V Lighter. This is in Ombre. It just gives me a little bit of an extra like bronzy. I just do a little squirt and then I mix it together and then I will buff this into my skin. This is my Nikita Banana. It's a brightening pressed powder. I'm going to do this just right underneath my eyes so I can set my under eye concealer. Sometimes I'll do my T-zone depending on the day and if I'm a little shiny. All right, so now you can see that the skin is perfected. You have a lot of color on the eyes, which looks beautiful. We're going to do a little creme brulee. This is my hybrid bronzer. I'm gonna swirl with my angled blush brush, and I'm going to give a little contour here. Beautiful, has shea butter in it. It's just really silky smooth. It doesn't sit on the skin. It actually looks like it is giving you that bronze from within. So I'm gonna just add a little bit to my face, jawline. I actually was gonna do a mixture between like my St. Bart's and my Paris together and do a really pretty cheek, but my eyes are a little bit darker, so I thought I would go in with my Classic Beach Glow. This is a palette that has a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter, all cream, really beautiful. All my powders and everything are made in Italy. I'm gonna use my flat foundation brush and I'm gonna go into the middle color, and it literally just gives you this beautiful, just glow to your skin. I really, really think that this is really one of my go-tos when I just want that. I know you can see that dewiness, but not too much color, but not too sheer, where you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta keep layering it. Where is the color? And I do want a little bit more on my skin right now because I know it's gonna just fade down. Again, if you ever feel like you have too much on, just take your foundation buffing brush, go over it a little, because you still have a little bit of that BB cream on and it kind of diffuses out a little bit. So onto the lips, I'm gonna just do Cameo, and I'm gonna do a different combination that I thought would be kind of nice. I mean, you don't have to do all of these, but I was gonna do Figure It Out, and actually I can, because it's like a pink and a nude. So I'm gonna get, you can do just one if you want to. I just love, as an artist, I have to mix everything like I'm painting. So I'm just doing, actually I kind of Figure It Out, and I'm going to add Good Vibes on top. So I think it'll be nice. It's still gonna be like really beautiful. You could do Aperitif. That would really be more of a monochromatic look for the lipstick Aperitif. It's more of that plum, very, very beautiful. But let me just sharpen my lip pencil and we'll just line our lips. All right, so what we're gonna do is lips are lined. Let's just do a little mixture of the two here. I'm going to start with Figure It Out, put Actually I Can over. And you know what? I'm not gonna do Good Vibes because it's gonna pull down the pink. What I can do is I can just go into a little Champs. So we have the perfect combo on right now. So this Champs perfectly just pulls everything together. I think this is just, actually, I really didn't know what it was gonna look like, but I am loving the combo. I love the powders enhancing the little eye tint. I think it gives you a lot of range. I think it's great for travel. I think that this one's matte, and that was a challenge for me when I did it in December because it was a matte shadow or a matte tint, and then I added shadow to it. It was just so beautiful. And I think I might have done the golden one on top. Like, it just looks so beautiful. But this is really fun, ladies. Invest in an eye tint. When they go on sale, this is something that you can buy your favorite color or a nice base that goes with the other eyeshadows that you have. So you can mix and match and do really fun things and maybe create different combos that you never thought you could do before. I didn't link this last time, but this is the Timeless. They sent this to me. It's an HA spray. So it's a hyaluronic spray with rose extract in it. And I really like this. It's a post makeup application. You can use it all the time, but I really feel, am I having a hot flash? It feels so good. I was just like eyeing this the whole video because I wanted to add this on. I feel like I'm having a hot flash, but I'm not. This is what I wanted to tell you that was so 80s, 90s for me. And can somebody please tell me, because I researched and Googled so many times. This is from Guerlain. This is the Pearls of Powder. I got the cool rosé. I don't know, I usually had the bronzer one, I think, before. They are these pearls that will fall out if I tilt it too much, but I feel like they have more sheen to them than what I remember, but you basically take a fluffy brush. Maybe let's take the blush brush. Let's see if we can, you swirl around, you get this like really beautiful custom color. I'm gonna just go right here because I think that smells beautiful. Really, it's really pretty, but it's bringing me back. So this is kind of like your finishing. If you just wanna do a little highlight, right? Don't get crazy because I put it on the puff and I put it on my face and I was like, whoa, what happened. This is beautiful. I think you can put it across your eyelids if you want to. I think you need to use it sparingly, but this was actually, I think, was this on sale too? It had to be, because I bought 3 little things and they were all on sale, but comes in this beautiful tin. Like, look how pretty this is on your vanity. It smells, I just think it's really that extra. They come in multiple different cluster combination colors, but I got the number 2 Cool Rosé. But that was something I wanted to tell you. Someone please tell me who had this originally back in the 80s. Now, I bought it at the drugstore, so I could not remember. I cannot remember. I wish I still had them. But that's it. That is the look for today. Do some experimenting with your liquid eye tints or liquid eyeshadows. I really want to hear about how you're doing these combinations in the comments below. Are you trying this? Is it too much for you? Is it too little? Do you want to see more with eye tints? Let me know. And until my next video, I'll see you later.